Here we are with 2024 Dark Magician from 3 months ago. The Evolution Tay went 5-0 at locals. He actually DM'd me when this happened. I remember I did watch this at the time, but I have completely forgotten it. Or maybe he just told me the list or something.
For my 3 cards in this deck, I like to keep it base. 3 rods. Me personally, with the new build that I am going to start making, I might cut this down to 2. But this being at 3, it's just so powerful. Especially in this build, you need to see your starters, and you'll see why later in the list and why I have so many starters. I'll explain later why.
I'm a bit worried. 3 rod in a branded build. Like, I feel like you'd put Rod to at least 2 or 1 in a branded build. You know, make room for a Luba or, I don't know, man, like, just better cards. But anyway, yeah, what does Rod start? Rod doesn't start anything, sadly. I still would refer to it as a DM starter, but once again, you're right, Luke, when it's like, Rod gets a card, then doesn't do anything. It's really shit, you know? Aluba gets branded fusion, Rod gets Soul Servant or Circle. Like, it's not the same, is it? It's really not the same.
3 magicians.
Oh, I thought he was gonna have 2. I was
Now
like,
this card
what?
right here is it's my circular, it's my extender, and that would be my diameter. That would be my diameter. This is so important in the deck, especially with this build specifically.
Yeah, we don't.
I went ahead and changed the card art. You feel me?
I'm gonna skip ahead because like you don't need to hear about souls. 2DM, that's cool. You don't really need to hear about that either. Okay. 2DM, 2 DMG, and 2 mana. Let's see what he says.
It protects me when I dump with Magician Souls, that mana, especially some Magicians, Magician Souls. If I have a bunch of spells in my hand, plus Rod, you would do Magician. I'll explain it later, but just know mana is really important. And even if you do brick with her, as long as you have a starter in your hand, I think she's extremely valuable, but she is a brick, so keep that in mind.
Mana's definitely like the least bricky of the bricks. If you get hand trapped, it's very awkward. But you like want to use Magician Souls effect, send a card to draw one. You want to get impermed or something. Effect Valid, so you can chain mana to summon her. And then you can just, make a link. It's really not great because mana still doesn't do anything. It's weird that we don't have Remastered All. That's a good point, Blue Queen. I like, when I used to play Dark Magician with Anaconda back in the day, the good old days, my 2 bricks were 2 DM and 1 Red Eyes and 1 mana. I think I preferred mana so much over DMG. Because I would, yeah. Why does mana not negate a target? Honestly, why doesn't she do something? In fact, yeah, she can keep summoning herself, but like that doesn't really matter that much. It's nice that she's the only brick that does something. I'm sure people would argue Mahad does something too, but I feel like this is a better brick than Mahad. I think Mana's probably the best brick we can play, and that's the bar's pretty low, but yeah. It's a shame. It's a shame that the Palladiums are more playable, to say the least.
Unfortunately,
In branded, you can send them as a light target, which is probably why he's playing them when you're making your branded fusion plays.
my Illusion of Chaos did not come in today, but they will be coming in quite shortly. Until then, we'll be using 1 Apprentice.
Oh, he doesn't have Illusion of Chaos. How did you go 5-0 with no Illusion of Chaos? Illusion of Chaos helps so much just in putting back all the bricks you draw. Even if you draw like Albaz, right? You can put Albaz back, you put all those bricks back, and just hopefully play out the rest of your hand. But instead he's got Apprentice, which I don't think is a good substitute, but like, I don't know, there isn't really a substitute for Illusion of Chaos.
And then I'll be running 2 Illusion Chaoses in this deck, not 3. I ordered 3, but I'll run 2. It's been going really well online at 2, so I'll run 2. But just keep in mind, she's only here for calculation, damage calc. Really good card, by the way. Unbrick the hand. Here's the spice that everyone's probably looking for in this deck. All right, you ready? You probably seen in my other deck profiles. We are going to display the 3 Ecclesias.
3 though? I don't know if you need 3. Because like Nadir adds from Grave. You're already playing 3 Rod as well. I feel like you go Rod into Artemis, then you can summon Ecclesia, right? That's like a little neat thing you can do. I don't know if you need 3 Ecclesia. I only ever play 1. I don't know. That's just me though.
Running Dogmatica in this deck. I think Dogmatica is extremely powerful in the Spellcaster deck. Her valuability, not only after Rod gets normal summon in Magician Souls, after the Rod and Magician Souls baits get the hand traps and imperms out the way, we go straight into the next package. And we still, and if we don't have to go into this package, we go into the other one, and then we go to this one. This is the last package we use. This is a second option. This is mainly a third option. This is never going to be always a second option. But today, yesterday, it was in the fights like 80% of the games. All the games.
You can special her without being locked out. You just have to give up your adding of a Dogmatica card. So you can just use it as an extender, which is quite nice. Like in the Anaconda days, you could just go like Rod, normal summon, get hand trapped, go into Artemis, Ecclesia effect in hand is special, and then just no effect on field, link into Anaconda, for example. So you can still use her as an extender, but yeah, you really do want that search, you know. Search is good. Search is good. Yeah, it'd be nice if DM got a card similar to Ecclesia. Like if DMG worked like Ecclesia or Diabellstar, that would be nice. But anyway. Does he play Winder? I don't know, but at the looks of the profile, you'd hope so because it's already got 3 Ecclesia. I hope there's 3 Nadir. Honestly, I got a feeling he's not going to play the Nadir package. Sorry, the Shadol Schism package. I think he's just going to play like generic Dogmatica stuff, but let's find out.
Games I played. So 3 Ecclesias. She's beautiful, amazing card. God tier. A lot of I wouldn't say a lot of dislikes, but a lot of people told me not to run this many copies of this next card, and I said to hell with it because in the grind game this card does so much, especially when it has its counterpart next to it. And what people don't know is this card cannot be destroyed by extra deck monsters during battle. So yeah, purchasing there and slowly gaining 500 attack per damage phase on my turn just makes her so much more valuable. And she's ulti. But also no fleur-de-lis. Interaction. Now that I think about it, if it had target combo in this. Here's something that speaking of Loza, this is something that he never really recommended Dark Magician run, but I ran today and it went successful. 3 Ash Blossoms. Honestly, bro.
Wait, what? Wait, what? This man, this man say, is he talking about Ash when he said that? He's like, yo, Loza, shout out to the Loza for this one. 3 Ash Blossom. Is that what he said, or did he mean the Dogmatica package? Run it back.
Deck, I run it at 2 for a reason. Skip this ad. I'm watching Loza. Here's something that speaking of Loza, this is something that he never really recommended Dark Magician run, but I ran it today and it went successful. 3 Ash Blossoms.
Did he say something I never said to run or something I did say to run? I don't know.
Honestly, bro, my prismatics are put up, by the way. I don't know. I think Ash Blossom's nice. No brick. Not a brick at all. Not even close. If there's a bunch of hand traps in your hand, yeah, this is definitely a brick, but this is the only...
If I did say never run Ash, it was probably in a specific format, you know? Yeah, it's... I don't know, man. It's like imagine if you're like, damn, this guy told me to play Effect Veiler, guys, or this guy told me to play Imperm, or told me to not play Imperm. I'm either the innovator with the idea of Ash, but yeah, I think I said not to play it. And I think there's a pretty good reason I said not to play it, and it was probably format specific. But you know what? If Branded's in the format, Ash is never bad to play. I think it was probably when I was on my DM kind of floodgate era. Yeah, it was probably from a time where I was like, there's no point playing hand traps and like going 1-for-1 exchange because like we just got to floodgate the board. Yeah, you're right, Ghosty. I need to clarify when I say do play this, don't play that. It's for the current time. It's for the current ranked, or not ranked, it's not Master Duel. Well, it could be. But it's for the current ban list and the current format, right? If you look at my videos and I have a Dark Magician list and it's got, you know, no Ash Blossom, you know, there might be a reason for that. Or maybe there's not. Maybe I'm stupid. Who knows? But I think to say that I said to never play Ash is probably wild. But, hey, that's alright. For context, guys, you can play Ash. The profile I took to YCS Sydney had 2 or 3, I think it had 3 Ash in it. Because I was playing Crossout, but yeah, Ash in this form, actually, Ash in Snake Eyes format is fucking crap. But the reason I play it is because I play Crossout for a ref to actually resolve. But anyway.
Set of hand traps in my deck. Which tells you that I don't run Imperm. And I'll explain all that later. This is for Welcome. I'm sorry, let me get to the point. For Welcome, Branded Fusion, all the special summon from deck, S tier of Despia. I might put this at 1. The reason why I have it at 2 is because I'm not seeing my starters in my deck. This card indicates that I am running Branded, the sauce in this deck. And will you
2 Aluba but 3 Rod is a bit wild. Like, I think everyone knows Aluba is the better normal summon. But I guess he's trying to keep the deck's theme and integrity Dark Magician based. However, I think if you want to play the branded stuff, like, just play 1 Rod and play 3 Aluba. and 3 opening or whatever. I think they're at, I think opening's at 2 or something, but you get what I mean. Like max out on the good cards. You know? Good. Anyway.
Might as well just get it out of the way. It's not branded if I'm not running Spawn Albass. At least at 2. Don't run it at 3. And at this point, you're just playing branded. You might as well just play branded.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the ratios thing up again. Albaz is more of your DM in branded, right? It's better. It's obviously much better than DM, but it's kind of your bricky guy, right? It's the guy you kind of don't want to see. There is matchups where you do, but you know more of the time you want a branded fusion sending Albaz from your deck to grave, right? It's pretty much the brick of branded, you could say. Pardon me, or the DM of branded, you could say. Right now, these ratios are telling me that these cards are of like the same value, you know, equivalent value. These are not cards of equivalent value. These do not exchange for the same the same value in your hand. This in your hand, I mean, you could argue Fallen of Albaz into like D-Link is crazy, but Aluber in your hand is always good, right? It always will go and try and get you branded fusion or beta negate from the opponent. What? That should be at 3. Like, Aluba is a 3. Albaz is a 1 to 2. Obviously, in branded, you kind of want the second one for more branded fusion stuff. But our opening is now at 1. You're probably thinking of MD again. And now opening's at 1. Is it actually? Or is Master Duel where it's at 1? I don't know. Anyway, you know, you'd max out on the engine starters. That is pretty typical Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck building. Is it an engine starter? Yes, you play 3. You play 3 Albaz in branded usually. Wow, really? I thought it was 2. Okay, well, the more you know, I guess. I guess I'm just fucking stupid then. But regardless, I'm pretty sure Aluber is a 3, right? Aluber's gotta be a 3. It's literally a good version of Rod. It adds you branded fusion. That's gotta be a 3, right? But, I guess Albaz here is not in pure, in a branded core within, a branded engine, I should say, within Dark Magician, so you probably get away with 1 or 2, right? Yeah, Luba adds you the best fusion spell in the game. That's right, Red Eyes Fusion. Ha ha ha. No, I get it.
Only monsters in my main deck that I'll be running it for branded. Don't want. That is it for the monsters. Let's get to the spells. On to the spells. 3 branded fusion. We'll get to the Nadir Servant later. 3 branded fusion. Great card.
Yep.
Today. I did gash. 3 Nadir Servant. My higher rarities are obviously put up.
Branded Deer.
Great card. Glad that it's at 3 now. If people optioned my 3 Soul Servant.
Yay.
I need to get my 2 copies of my person.
So I'm really happy with this
but,
too.
Great card. Please. Here's the songs that everyone told me I'm coping with, and they said I shouldn't have ran this card at all. And I said, you know what, bro? You still got clapped by the Forbidden Chalice. I don't know what to say. I know it's nasty, the
Chalice
but
isn't bad.
Maximum Golds, they're ugly.
Chalice is pretty much like imperm, but you can do it while you're comboing. Like it's actually pretty good. Like you can be going second, you go like normal Rod, or you know, Soul Special DM. Your opponent starts doing some like monster effect negates. You be like, nah, chain Chalice. Like, piss off, man. I'm comboing here. Like, stop. It's like that imperm that you don't have to go like, main phase, imperm on Fleur, right? You can just start doing your combo and then do the Chalice later. I like that. It's a lot more flexible. And of course, if you open it going first, you can set it and just kind of treat it like an imperm. It's obviously not as good as imperm, but it's still a very good card. I really rate Chalice, to be honest. Good card.
But running this at week. But this deal. Now it's time to get into the DMG sauce. 1 circle, 1 secret to dark magic. My friend keeps asking me, you have a second circle? Of course I do. It's sitting in my box up there, either up there or it's sitting behind me.
Good ratio.
It's probably because I milled my deck so much during comboing. When I went into my circle, I was able to hit what I wanted to hit. Like a Soul Servant for a follow-up. To get to dark magic, I mainly use.
Yeah, you know what? Once you resolve your entire branded engine combo, you've probably got like 20 cards left in deck. Circle might actually hit, because that's 20 cards in deck. That's a Duel Link size deck. You can actually hit off Circle then.
Use this for during battle, during when they try to pop my monster off the field, when they try to not tribute, when they try to there's some secret with.
I'm just gonna come back to Chalice real quick because Harry Senpai made a good point. Yeah, his friends or whatever, whoever's telling him not to play Chalice, like I don't know, man. Like, not to say they're stupid, but like, if they can't see that Chalice is pretty much imperm, but like slightly like different pros and cons to imperm, right? Like they're kind of dumb then. as Harry Senpai said, I would not fault someone for playing this. I would never fault someone for playing Chalice. I'd be like, yep, cool, like great addition. Now we're just gonna jump past Secrets and Circle to the Upstart.
Upstart first, and then chain. So serving, you get the combo. I hope you know that. It's a base, it's super base. Put fingers on the volume button. I don't want to turn off the recording.
Now we got Chicken Game thanks to the new band.
One salvation, cool. And you guessed it, one Cedar Village, and yeah, call by. We'll put call by here and terraformer. So I didn't see terraforming as much as I saw it today. I either saw this in hand or this in hand in my starting hands with the rod, either a rod Ecclesia, Magician Souls.
These are all great one-ups for a DM deck to have. I'll just say that these are all really nice. Harry Senpai is also talking about people who say like Veil over Imperm or vice versa in certain, unless it's format specific. I'm always like an Imperm over Veiler guy. Strictly because you can go like Imperm and then Ref and like just pop off going second. Like you can hold your Imperm. You let your opponent combo and treat the Imperm as pretty much more of a Chalice, right? So by that logic, I should probably be playing Chalice too. But Imperm I just find is a bit more generic than good old Effect Veiler. But I do like both cards. Like when I went to YCS, I played... What did I play? 3 Veiler, 2 Imperm. And, sorry, 2 Imperm, 3 Veiler. No, what am I saying? 3 Imperm, 2 Veiler, but I wish I went 3 and 3. Because, man, it was really good against Snake Eyes, and I wish I just had more all the time. Yeah, Imperm is just so much better than Veiler going second, but like, once again, Chalice, Imperm, and Veiler are like the same 3 cards, right? It's like the spell version, the monster version, the trap version. They all have their pros and cons. Obviously, Imperm doesn't play into triple tactics as well, which is really nice. And Chalice doesn't play into triple tactics either, so, they do have these niches, right? They all have a pro and a con list, but they are essentially the same card. I love them all. If you played 9 copies, like all of them, because the format called for it, fucking banger, right? Side deck was just like, or your main deck was like, 2, 2, and 2. I'd be like, yeah, fair enough, bro. Normal summon Veiler, make Typhon. Yo! True! See? Like, all of them can do unique things because of what they are. A monster, a spell, or a trap. So, I don't fault any of them. They're all good options. Just for different reasons. Anyway, once again, these 4 cards here are all brilliant. I have nothing to say about them. Looks like we're getting on to the traps, starting with Punishment and Eternal Soul.
You should always mirror your circle with your Eternal Soul. That's my ruling for Eternal Soul in circle. Dogmatic Punishment. This is more of a bait. I learned Punishment is really a true punishment of a card if you end up using it on your opponent's turn, and you can't use your extra deck next turn. And with this deck, you need your extra deck.
Could be shit.
So, with that being said, I ended up looking... It's a great baiter. I don't have a season. Yeah, we're going to go into the extra deck. Starting with the first card. It's a classic. Run it at 1. Don't be stupid.
So I was right, by the way. No Schism package, which I just had a feeling. I don't know why. I just had a feeling.
Stupid. I said this in my last video. Do not be stupid. Run the Artemis. I have 3 copies of her. I was very tempted to run her at 2 because now I have 3 copies of Ecclesia and 3 copies of Rod. If I had 3 more copies of another Spellcaster starter, we would run Artemis probably at 2. And it has to be a level 4 or lower Spellcaster. We would probably run her at 2. But until then, run her at 1. Great recovery for Rod. That's mainly what she's for. That's why she's running at 1. But she easily frees up space. So, don't see her being bad at 1. Alright. Gloomy. Love Gloomy. Great card today. Yesterday. Guess what? Lina came up way more than Gloomy. I'm starting to come to the conclusion that I think Lina is starting to become more popular, in my opinion, from my... Obviously, it's my...
I like Lina. Like, it's the same premise as Dark, but you do have to go into your Artemis first. But it's still very good, and I guess Ecclesia can also just make it. So I guess in this build, Lina would come up a lot more, as he said. And yeah, it does mean if your opponent's like Veiler, you can go yoink that Veiler, which is kind of good, right?
My locals, not all around. I think my locals are pretty diverse. Yeah, Lina came up a lot more. Dark Gloomy came up some duels, not all duels. But Brave Flex, she's a flexer. This is a main. If you don't get what I mean by flex is, if I can't find a way to get my boss monsters...
Oh yeah, no Maximus.
Don't kill me, Loza. I'm still using IP. Yes, it's a banged up IP. I just have another one sitting in my closet, another gold, maximum gold. Not taking out my brightest cards. But IP Masquerade. Great card for the Dogmatic package. Let's say
we don't really need to talk about IP.
And then or if you want to be a little spicy.
Okay, Unicorn. Okay, he doesn't have what's it called? SP. Fair enough. I don't either, bro. I like it. Yeah, IP is good. But not having SP, I can respect it. Like, SP is obviously amazing, but like the $100, pfft, yeah, sure. No, just wait, guys. It's cool to wait. Unicorn is still okay, because it's obviously a Link 3 and blah blah blah, and shuffling a card's good. Discarding sucks though. Discarding is really bad, which is honestly my favorite bit of SP is that you don't have to discard a card. Sounds dumb, but that is really my favorite bit of it. BLS is really awesome here. Really like it. Yeah, just wait till they reprint SP and then ban. Honestly, Baron de Fleur moment. Um, the BLS I like. There are games where you'll never be able to get into it, but the games where you do, it can be very good. It can be very good in those trap deck matchups like Labyrinth and Eldritch, making it get to 4,500 attack. They don't really have an out for it, and you kind of just chill. Also, being able to banish a card after destroy something by battle can be really huge too. I really do like BLS. Not every build I play has it, but I'd like to say it is an honorary DM extra deck stay. Like, it's a great card. We just do struggle to get to 3 summon sub-turns. Obviously, we get the level 7 out with Magician Souls, but sometimes you don't because you need to summon that Souls and cycle some draws, right? So, oh, they have Karma Cannon now. That's a good point. Yeah, that sucks. But, it still forces them to go that route, and then maybe the rest of your cards can negate their way there, hopefully. But anyway, you get what I mean. It forces them to play a certain way, and BLS, pretty good guy. And it's a Yugi guy, so that's cool.
Ultimate, rare, BLS. Just go straight for it now. This has been kept in very good condition. I barely use this card actually.
It's a nice ulti.
Because so much your opponent cannot target has on both effects. Only once you BLS is so gas. Selena's God tier. Great card.
Yeah.
Extender into your big boy access code.
Nice. The package.
Great on this deck. Later down the line, when I trade my IP in for SP Little Knight,
Alright, Brandon
I don't know
Fusion
what type
time.
SP Little Knight. I think SP Little Knight is a dark attribute. But if I were to take a card out to put an Unduck in, it would be in my fusion, not my links. Speaking of fusions, starting off with my fusion monster, we're gonna start off with the Daddy, the Dragoon. So my boy, Daddy. Dragoon is very beautiful. Dragoon is life. Dragoon plus Secret Village plus Ecclesia for the leaves equals play game. Oh, and Circle and Eternal Soul equals shake my hand. So
pretty good.
Alongside Mirror Jade and Dark Magicians. I was gonna take this card out, and then I thought to myself, I was like, Magician Girl has some value in this deck, a little bit. She's mainly a huge brick.
Yeah, it teaches you banless draw.
This card has value. Run it if you can. Be based. Just try to be based. The draw power in this deck is absurd when you get the Dark Magician. You're gonna get a turn where you're drawing 5 cards in one turn. You think I'm lying? I'll explain it later if I can in this video. But great card. Dragoon, great card. Mirror Jade, great card. Now, obviously, Mirror Jade cannot be. These guys cannot be summoned without the Lebellion and the 2 Albions that I have in this deck. Now, I could have went Albion, 2 Lebellion,
okay, 2 Albion,
but I can buy myself Lebellion. So
yeah,
I run a lot of lights in this deck. So that's not the problem. That's not a problem at all.
Yeah.
And last but not least, 1 to 10 clad.
Yep, you
So
got
actually,
Dogma
what do you have to 10
stuff.
clad in this deck, bro? They're serving.
You can actually summon
10 clad
it too,
basically
but
added from an Albaz or a Dogmatic card from the deck to hand. Effect. Albaz. Unless you. So now, as you can see,
What else?
with this side deck, it's going to be modified.
Oh, we're onto the side.
Week by week, local by local. So forgive me. I'm trying to get used to the meta.
You can run the vid back to the start, the stream back to the start, real games. We will have the ban list chat there. But I should also just upload that as a video, shouldn't I? What happens if I upload a video while streaming? Will my connection just become complete ass? I have clipped it. Actually, I'm about to go. I have to go in half an hour anyway, guys. I'll upload my ban list video like as an actual video too. I might just do some slight edits to cut out some of the talking at the start. But yeah. Was a good ban list IMO? Are you serious, Harry Senpai? That ban list sucked, dude. No, that's such a terrible ban list. Just reeking of OG Konami problems. Konami classic thing, not banning the problem cards. But anyway.
Because I've been going from Yugioh for 6 months. So bear with me. The king is coming back. And he's going to come back extremely strong. We're going to start off with 3 draws.
3 draws?
Great card.
Cool, format specific. It was good at the time, great.
It kind of. This reason why Nib's in here.
2 Nibiru, yeah. Great.
Monsters.
Side looks solid. I don't think we really... 2 Gammy, okay. Yeah, Gammy's good. Gammy's good.
Ghost Ogre and Ghost Bell. So
okay, look, the side, I'm not going to look at anymore. This profile's actually pretty good. Pretty goated. I guess the biggest dilemma is, yeah, it's kind of like, well, you could just move more into branded and have a better time, but hey, that's an argument for a different day. I think Matchy also pushes the DM branded builds to their limit, which is really cool. But yeah, I don't think there's much else to say, but let me know what you think down in the comments. I'd probably rate this profile a good 7 or 8 out of 10. It's pretty pretty solid. It's got a lot of smart ratios. Dogma package ratios are a bit strange, but you know, outside of that, he said he's an enjoyer of them, so you know, I don't know, that'll happen then. But yeah, that's about it for this profile. Gonna hit that end button.